In UK, another government scheme has come under fire. An investigative report found that about 1/3 of the National Tutoring Programme has gone unspent after COVID lockdowns. UK government's National Tutoring Programme provides a one-to-one or group lessons to children after their school hours. As per an investigation done by BBC, around £594 million were allocated to NTP. And for the previous 2 academic years, almost £209 million had not been spent. The UK government claims the plan helped millions of children in UK. Meanwhile, the Labour Party called the scheme a huge failure. The report claims any money which remains unspent each academic year eventually returns to the Treasury. The scheme was launched in November 2020. It aims to provide primary and secondary schools with subsidy for tutoring. According to the data provided by Department for Education, 66% schools in England participated in the programme. With London holding the highest rates of participation at 73%, several teachers in UK welcomed the initial plan, but in a short span of time, they realized that the program would not work effectively. According to reports from the 2021 to 22 academic year period, NTP covered 75% of costs for school-led tutoring. Currently, the plan provides 60% cost, and for the next academic year, the plan aims to drop the number to 25%.
Okay, you need something? So we've all been in lockdown for the last however many weeks is it now?
Another government scheme in the UK has come under fire. This is an investigative report which found that about 1/3 of the National Tutoring Programme, the NTP, has gone unspent after COVID lockdowns. For more on this, we're being joined by Alex Izat from London. Alex, another government scheme which has come under fire. What more can you tell us about this?
Yeah, absolutely. So this scheme has been introduced even previous to COVID, but what was added during the pandemic was the fact that there was money, 60% of money given from the government to be able to offer tutoring and special after-school groups to help get students back on track with their English and maths. Now, the problem has been that since the pandemic, a lot of schools have been facing a cost of living crisis. So even 60% from the government does mean that 40% of their own budget has to be given away for this NTP scheme, and a lot of schools just weren't able to do it. Now, we do know that the government is not going to be having that 60% going forward. They're going to offer 25%. So it does look like that even less schools will be able to afford this extra tutoring. So it's not a case of schools not wanting that money. It's the fact that they have to use their budgets elsewhere, even to heat, to get equipment. And of course, we have been seeing a lot of strikes in the UK, specifically the teachers' strikes as well, asking for more money and better working conditions. And schools have been told by the government that if they want to add more money for those teachers, that they'll have to also take it out of their budget. So it is quite like a rock and a hard place for many schools and many head teachers and academies as well, trying to decipher exactly where that money spending should go. And it, of course, should be going on pupils, but if they don't have that money in that pot, then they can't offer that extra mentoring and extra courses that is available for them. A lot of students had suffered throughout the COVID pandemic, and sadly they are still suffering going forward. A lot of schools have put extra time, have used their own teachers to offer these extra courses on their own time and their own money as well, but that isn't really going to be helpful going forward. And I think a lot of schools are asking the government to step in and offer a bit more and help them and help students at least get through the GCSEs and A-levels that they need.
Thank you for all those updates. That was Alex Izat joining us live from London.